injured on Friday by Israeli security forces, confronting one of the largest Palestinian demonstrations in recent years along the Israel-Gaza border, Gaza medical officials said. The council had been due to meet behind closed doors at the request of Kuwait. But after it became clear the 15-member body would be unable to agree on a statement on the situation, diplomats said Kuwait requested the meeting be held publicly. U.S. diplomat Walter Miller said it was unfortunate that Israel, a close U.S. ally, could not take part in Friday's meeting due to the Passover holiday. Special Envoy of the President, Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Mohammed Asim returns to Maldives after concluding the official visit to Kuwait. During the visit, Foreign Minister Mohammed Asim met with Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Kuwait, Sheikh Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Sabah. During the meeting, Foreign Minister Dr. Asim conveyed greetings from the President of Maldives to the Emir of Kuwait and reflected on the close brotherly relations between the two countries. Minister Asim expressed gratitude to the leadership and government of Kuwait for the valuable contribution towards the socio-economic development of the Maldives and reiterated the importance of further strengthening the historical ties between the two countries. Minister Al-Sabah assured that Kuwait would extend its support in all areas of cooperation and will always remain as a close development partner of Maldives. Furthermore, Foreign Minister Asim met with the senior officials of Kuwait Fund and discussed the ongoing projects conducted in Maldives under the assistance of Kuwait Fund and reiterated commitment to work closely with the agency. Minister Asim is on a two-day official visit to Kuwait from March 28 to 30th as the Special Envoy of the President. Foreign Secretary Ahmed Sarir hosts a welcome get-together for the participants of the second Ambassadorial Workshop under the theme Developing Sustainably, Sharing Experiences, Seeking Solutions, to be held from 30th March to 2nd April in Maldives. At the event hosted at Bandus, Maldives last night, Foreign Secretary Sarir welcomed the ambassadors from their respective countries to the United Nations who have travelled from New York and expressed appreciation of the government of Maldives for their participation. Speaking at the event, Foreign Secretary expressed his hope that the workshop will provide a useful platform for everyone to discuss, exchange lessons and best practices on developing sustainably and on how economic growth is undertaken while preserving the country's natural environment. The get-together was also attended by senior officials of government agencies who are supporting the workshop together with staff from the Foreign Ministry. The two-day workshop will focus on sustainable practices of fisheries and tourism in the Maldives. Minister of Housing and Infrastructure Dr. Mohammed Muiz assures no flats were allocated to any individual against set regulations. Speaking to PSM News, Minister of Housing Dr. Mohammed Muiz affirmed the ministry ensured the flats were handed over to deserving parties, adding that individuals who attained flats using wrong information have been identified. Furthermore, Minister Dr. Muiz stated the list circulated in social media was fabricated to create a discontent among citizens. Noting that the list was officially released, the Minister also stated the tenants of the flats will be known once it reaches the agreement process. The latest batch of flats issued are the cheapest from the social housing units of the government. Maldives Transport and Contracting Company MTCC reveals plans to expand Hulumale Ferry Terminal and introduce new services there before Ramadan this year. MTCC aims to provide swift and better services to all Maldivians.
The population of Hulumale is expected to breach the 10,000 mark with the allocation of flats along with the development brought to Hulumale. This in turn means the demand, expectation and client base for ferry services will increase. To meet the growing demand, MTCC is currently working to expand its Hulumale ferry terminal. Speaking to PSM News, CEO of MTCC Ibrahim Ziad stated, Hulumale ferry terminal will commence its new services before Ramadan this year. Noting that new vessels would be in operation after the expansion of the terminal, Ziad said one main change brought will be to the air-conditioned ferries. Ziad noted after the opening of the ferry terminal, an air-conditioned ferry will be scheduled every 15 minutes. He, however, mentioned that once the China-Maldives Friendship Bridge is open for use, prices of ferry services from MTCC might see a change. He said that then their ferries would be used for transportation in different zones. According to statistics, on a daily basis, an average of 22,000 people seek ferry services. The amount is expected to increase to over 25,000 soon. While the expansion of Maldives ferry terminal is underway, MTCC is also working on installing an automatic fare collection gate. MTCC expects the project to cost over $129,000.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Mohammed Asim states that Maldives, being a small country, does not constrict it from having fully fledged aspirations, and states that the administration has been successful in achieving major goals towards the same.
The Ambassadorial Workshop 2018, held under the theme Developing Sustainability, Sharing Experiences, Seeking Solutions, aims to provide a useful platform for everyone to discuss, exchange lessons and best practices on developing sustainability and on how economic growth is undertaken while preserving the country's natural environment. Addressing at the inauguration ceremony of the Ambassadorial Workshop 2018, Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Mohammed Asim said that Maldives, being a small and vulnerable nation, does not affect its path of achieving high aspirations. In this regard, Minister Asim noted that Maldives aims to become the most successful small island developing state and cited that Maldives has achieved major goals towards this aim. The minister highlighted the work the country has carried out in fields such as climate change advocacy and promotion of sustainable tourism and fishing is applauded from all parts of the world at various international platforms.
Words such as small and vulnerable are synonymous to the Maldives. True, we are small in size, and our environment, ecology and economy remains extremely vulnerable, but our aspirations for development are by no means small.
The Maldivian ambassador emphasized on the importance of Maldives securing a seat at the United Nations Security Council for the term 2019 to 2020. On this note, Minister Asim highlighted that it is high time to allow small island states to present their perspective on global issues at UNSC.
It should not go unnoticed that small states such as the Maldives make up the majority of the UN states. And yet, in the 72-year history of the UN, only 8 seats have served on the Council. We believe that it is time for our voices to be heard. It is time for us smaller and underdeveloped countries to have a bigger say in decision-making that ultimately affect the lives of our own people.
The second Ambassadorial Workshop, which is conducted from 30th March to 2nd of April, is attended by United Nations representatives from countries such as Albania, Georgia, Nigeria, Zambia and Zimbabwe. The Maldivian team at the workshop comprises of Permanent Representative of Maldives to the UN, Ali Nasir Mohammed, Joint Secretary at Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Fatmat Najwa, Director of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Ibrahim Zuhuri, Counselor at Permanent Mission of Maldives, Midfa Naim, and Assistant Director at Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mumina Ibrahim. The workshop will focus on sharing the Maldivian experience in developing tourism and fisheries sector while protecting its environment, especially the marine ecosystem, with the view of exchanging ideas on best practices and mutual learning. The delegates at the workshop are expected to call on President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum later in the visit. The second Ambassadorial Workshop has commenced in Barbados, Maldives, with participation of 14 representatives to the United Nations. This year's Ambassadorial Workshop aims to discuss on topic of sustainable tourism and fisheries. From Barbados, Maldives, Ismail Azim, PSM News.